Pentagon. 0500 hours. The last castle is under siege. DARPA's experimental tech will be gone in hours. There is no time for a plan. No time to prepare. We hit today, or we lose this fight tomorrow. Time is running out.
What is going on, everybody? So today we had the state of the game that everyone's been waiting for. This was the one to talk about the brand new title update 6, the Pentagon, or as known as Last Castle, the DARPA Labs, the new specialization, the new changes that are coming in title update 6. It's definitely going to be a huge game changer. So today's state of the game was very informative. It was very in depth. They went over a bunch of things. They went from past state of the games regarding PvP, regarding the Dark Zone, regarding pretty much everything that Title Update 6 is going to have coming with it next week, October 15th on Tuesday. Two new classified assignments. It's just definitely a lot to take in. I'm not going to cover everything that was in the state of the game. I wanted just to touch on one specific thing, and that was the brand new specialization, the Technician Specialization. So let's go ahead. First, what I want to do is I want to go over what the template is right now. So, in front of your face is the title of Update 6, October 15th. October 15th is the release date for Season Pass holders. Add 7 more days to that, add another week, and then everyone will get it released. I believe it's October 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, let's go over what we can expect from episode 2. We've got an intro and a main mission, the Pentagon. All access is October 22nd, so I was correct. 7 days early access for year 1 pass holders, which is October 15th. Then we got main mission number 2, which is DARPA Research Lab. Again, all access on October 22nd, and then we've got 7 days early access for year 1 pass holders. Next, we've got some major improvements. We've got the increased build diversity. We've got the targeted loot system. If you haven't seen the targeted loot system, definitely head back through the state of the games. I've also have some videos on my channel as well that you can look through. I did a live stream on Jefferson Plaza that you can take a look at to see how the targeted loot system actually works. So definitely hit that video up, and definitely go to past videos as well. With that, we've got Dark Zone Intensity. This means essentially, you're always going to have a live server. You're always going to have people in that server so that you're not feeling completely left out. The goal for their Dark Zone right now is just to make sure that there is a lot of people within the servers themselves. They're not going to increase server capacity. They're not going to do any of that. They just want to make sure that if you're in an empty Dark Zone, they want to put you in a Dark Zone that is filled so that you can have that PvP interaction if you want it. And then we've got the conflict rewards. They have brand new maps coming with conflict, and then the rewards for doing conflict are going to be better than they are right now. We've got the 2 classified assignments for your season pass holders. Definitely, these are just lore based. You do get collectibles, but it's nothing too ridiculous. So 2 classified assignments, and then the new specialization, the Technician. That is a rocket launcher. It holds 6 rockets that you can just unleash with rage. The gameplay that you're about to see is absolutely phenomenal, and I think this is a great step in the right direction. Again, we got conflict, the team elimination, and the wharf. And then we also have 38 new brand gear items, new weapon and exotic gear piece, which is Sawyer's knee pads. And then we've got the Expedition Mastery System, which should be available on October 15th for everyone with Kenley College. And then we have invaded modes, 2 new invaded modes, Manning Zoo and Camp White Oak. So definitely a lot of content, definitely a lot of changes to Title Update 6, and this is definitely for the better. I definitely feel it. But let's get right into the new specialization, the technician. So during today's state of the game, we had Frederick Thylander and Yannick on. They were discussing about everything that's going on with the state of the game, about what to expect, and Thylander was able to show us a brief glimpse of what to expect with the new specialization. So let's go ahead. We'll take a look at what the new specialization is, and we'll go on from there. So right now you got your rocket launcher out and you're targeting. So it's an automatic targeting system. And you move your cursor around the screen, and then as you can see, you're aiming upwards to allow the rockets to unleash against the NPCs. Thylander did say that the rocket launcher itself is not. It's gonna definitely take out a very huge load of enemies. From your red bars to your purple to your gold, but not so much to your elite. They'll do damage to elites, but it's definitely not gonna be the one hit kill for heavies. It's definitely not gonna be anything ridiculous. Also, in this video that you can see right now, you've got a new hive, and this is part of the specialization, and we'll go over that in a minute. But as you can see, he has a drone out, and then the hive here is buffing that drone anytime it gets hit. It just starts unleashing its spikes everywhere. You can also pick up this hive. It'll still be active in your slide. Equip it to your backpack, and as it will always be around. So if you've got teammates around that have active skills, if you're around certain active skills, that hive will buff while it's even on your backpack. So that was definitely a good piece to add. So now let's get right into the skill tree of the technician specialization. So what you have here first is part of that hive that you saw in the recent gameplay footage. It is the Artificer hive, and what this does is the Artificer sends out micro electro booster drones that expend themselves to increase allied skills efficiency and refresh their duration. So, like you saw when the agent had his drone out, spikes started coming out of the hive and it was buffing and healing that drone. So, this allows you to have any skill that you have. So, like a turret, anything that is stationary or that has a health damage associated with it, or any damage for that matter, this will help buff your skills that are using. This build that they're trying to do is make it more synergized with group builds. I definitely see this being viable as a solo player if you do solo a lot, especially with the rocket launcher to take out large groups. But we will just have to wait and see. So let's move forward with the next part of the hive. So with the next part of the hive is the upgraded sensor package. This will just do a mod to increase the radius of the hive skill. And then we've got the liquid cooling mod to increase the recovery rate of the hive skill. So after the hive, we've got the Faraday field. Party members within 5 meters are deployed in undisrupted skills or immune to shock and disruption. Essentially, what this does is provide a force field barrier around your teammates if they're within the 5-meter radius, so that they are immune to shock and disruption from the enemy NPCs, or for PvP players as well. Next, we've got Technomancy. Equipping a skill grants 50% bonus armor. When a skill dies, recover 20% of that armor. Thylander did say that this does not stack, so you can't become completely buffed with armor with other talents, but this does provide enough of a buff whenever your skill does deplete or gets destroyed by the enemy. So one new feature that is being added to the specialization and that they are testing out with this specific specialization is adding another branch to the specialization specifically for your skills. So like you see, like when the gunner specialization came out and the overhaul of the specializations came out, we're now allowed to focus on certain weapons that we want buffed within the specialization tree. With this, they're doing it the somewhat of the same thing. They are adding a separate skill tree that will either buff your skill damage by 10% or buff the skill healing percentage by 10%. So you choose which skills you want to have that damage buff, or you choose which skills to have that healing buff. So with this, we've got the overclocked CPU, which is a passive talent, added 10% skill damage. And then next we have the enhanced diagnostics, which is a added 10% skill healing. So again, what essentially this does is allows you to be more versatile with your skill build, with the technician build. I can't remember if it's going to be added in the other specializations. I think they might just be trying it out on this technician, but if it does seem feasible and it does work, we could probably look forward to this in the next specializations. I think personally that they are going to add this to the other trees. That way, it just gives you more build diversity. But it's just something we're going to have to wait and see until October 15th. So next on the skill tree, we have vital protection. This adds a added 50% pulse resistance. So this will definitely come in handy when you're doing some PvPing against other enemies in the dark zone or anything like that. And having that added pulse resistance, I mean, I can already see builds being viable with just using the pulse. I could definitely tell that they want to use the pulse in a specific way, and that they want it to be used more than it is now. Next on the new skill tree, we have the micro missile ammo acquisition, passive talent, destroying hostile skill proxies, drones, and robotics adds 3 to the ammo bar. So anytime that you're using your specialization, um, using this specific specialization, destroying the hostile skill proxies or drones will add 3 to that little ammo bar that you see on the side of your UI. So definitely just keep in mind what your primary focus is will be like the robot dogs, the drones, the mini tanks that the NPCs use. So it's definitely going to be easier to acquire the ammo for this specific specialization. So this one I'm really looking forward to. And finally, that we actually have this end game is the EMP grenade. The EMP grenade applies disrupt to all electrical abilities within the affected area. So this is definitely going to be something that you use during a PvP scenario. Definitely something you're going to be using a lot against Black Tusk because they're so technologically focused. I'm very happy that they actually now have an EMP grenade in the division. I was surprised that they didn't even have it before. What this also does, and it's failed to mention in the actual description, is that this also does cause damage to technological components. So it does provide a damage output. It doesn't just disrupt, like the Warhounds or other players' skills. This does provide a damage. I don't know how much damage. They didn't have a video regarding the EMP grenade, or I'd definitely be showing it right now. But it's just something that we'll have to test and see how viable it actually is out in the field when the specialization does go live. So I'm really looking forward to the specialization. The EMP grenade is definitely going to come in handy, especially against all the new tech that will probably be coming out within episode 2 against the Black Tusk. Next, we have the linked laser pointer. Technician laser pointer that pulses targets at which it's aimed under barrel attached for long rails. So again, regarding the pulse scenario, I could definitely tell that they want the pulse used more than anything. So by having your teammates, someone running a pulse build and you running a technician build with this, I mean, it's gonna synergize really well. I can already see so many builds going in with this, and actually being very effective against the enemies, and hopefully with the next raid that does come out. So yeah, definitely start getting your pulse builds together because I could see them being extremely viable within the next coming months. So we have on the next part of the skill tree, we have amped tier 5 passive talent added 50% skill power. That is a huge buff to your skill power. So that way you're not specking so much into your gear essentially for all of the yellow for all of your yellow skill powers. I mean, I could see someone running a damage build by having enough skill power to use their skills, or someone having a defense build and having enough to use the healing capabilities of the hives or of their drones or of the seekers for that matter. So that added 50% skill power is insane, and it's gonna be well worth it, especially with this new specialization coming out. And lastly, we have the emergency patch talent. Armor kit also applies to all friendly skill proxies within 10 meters. So this was touched on. There are a few things on the skill tree that they didn't really go over. One being the Warhound, the icon next to the emergency patch system. They didn't go over that one. I don't remember them going over that one. But with this one specifically, someone called it out during the chat session. And with this, you know, by applying an armor kit and then it applies to the skill proxies around your 10-meter radius, I mean, that's just, I don't know what to say. That's really good. The healing capabilities of that, allowing your skills to stay up longer. I know through the PTS, your skills, if you're running solo and you have your skill out, they're definitely going to be targeted a lot more by the NPCs rather than just being ignored. They're going to be the primary focus before they put focus back on you. But having this armor kit and keeping some skills up with a team is going to be very, very useful. I could definitely see this being used during a DZ PvP scenario, especially with other players around. I don't know if it's going to be overpowered. I don't know if they're going to be a cooldown limit. It will definitely be something to take a look at and just be monitoring for. So other than that, guys, that's all I have. I mean, we have a lot to look forward to come October 15th if you have the season pass. There's so much content coming. I'm really hoping that the Pentagon is something that will be replayable, that will be just astonishing. There's a lot of people saying that it's going to be Underground 2.0. I know a lot of people aren't getting a good feeling when they're just talking about 2 main missions and then that's it. But I mean, we're really just gonna have to wait and see. I love the new specialization, the technician. I can see it being so viable in so many different scenarios. It will definitely add some diversity to builds. It will definitely add some replayability to different missions. I'm very excited to continue doing the heroic solos of Manning Zoo and Camp White Oak. I had a feeling that they were going to become invaded, that they were I was just a strong feeling. I can see the new main missions becoming invaded, and maybe not now, maybe in title update 7. I don't know. It's just there's just a lot of new content coming. There's a lot of new stuff coming to the Division 2, something that we have really to look forward to. And don't forget, we have episode 3 coming out in the beginning of the new year. That will take us to Coney Island, to New York. I'm really hoping that they expand upon that. It's just something that I know a lot of people have been asking about. But what are your thoughts? Do you like what Title Update 6 has to offer? Do you like what the Technician has to offer? How do you feel about the PvP? I know PvP isn't in a good place right now, but it's being worked on. I know there's a lot of people out there that are focusing their attention on it. It's just something really to look forward to. I'm really excited to try the new mastery system as well for Kenley College. Again, that comes out October 15th for everyone. Title Update 6 itself comes out October 15th for everyone. But all of the major changes like the main missions and classified assignments, those won't be available. The classified assignments won't be available for everyone unless you have season pass, but the main missions will be available for everyone, all access on October 22nd. Definitely leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think of Title Update 6. I'm very excited about this. I'm very hyped about it. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. If you have anything else for me, guys, definitely let me know. Send me messages. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm there at PHXGaming _. You can definitely hit me up in the comment section. I'm always replying to my comments as soon as I see them. But other than that, guys, I have nothing else further for you. I really hope you enjoy this as much as I do. We have a lot to look forward to, a lot of new changes coming. It's just going to be a very, very good update. I have a very strong feeling about it. All right, guys, I have nothing else for you. Definitely, October 15th, October 22nd. I will see you guys around. Take care.
The Pentagon. 0500 hours. The last castle is under siege. DARPA's experimental tech will be gone in hours. There is no time for a plan. No time to prepare. We hit today, or we lose this fight tomorrow. Time is running out.